Have you ever walked away from a conversation feeling completely drained, as if all your energy had been sucked out, without any apparent reason? It's strange, isn't it? Some people uplift us, making us feel inspired and alive, while others leave us exhausted, even if the conversation itself seemed harmless. But what if I told you this isn't just about personality differences? According to Carl Jung, there's a deeper psychological reason behind why certain people unconsciously drain your energy. In this video, we're going to explore Jung's concept of the shadow, the hidden aspects of ourselves we deny or suppress, and how these unacknowledged traits can create energy-draining interactions. More importantly, by the end of this video, you'll understand why this happens and how to protect your energy from these draining encounters. Let's dive in. Have you ever noticed how emotions seem contagious? If you're around someone who is enthusiastic and full of life, you might start to feel more energized yourself. But if you spend time with someone who is constantly negative, you might leave the conversation feeling emotionally exhausted, even if they didn't directly complain or argue with you. This happens because our brains are wired to mirror the emotions of those around us. Neuroscientists call this emotional contagion, the process where we unconsciously absorb and reflect the emotional states of others. But Carl Jung took this idea even deeper. Jung believed that people don't just project emotions onto others, they also project parts of themselves that they refuse to acknowledge. This means that when someone has unresolved inner conflicts, they might unknowingly transfer their emotional burdens onto you. You end up carrying their emotional weight without even realizing it. Let's think about it this way. Imagine you're having a conversation with someone who is deeply insecure but refuses to admit it. Instead of facing their own insecurities, they unconsciously project them onto you, subtly making you feel inadequate or unsure of yourself. By the time you walk away, you feel drained, as if a piece of your energy was taken. Now, this isn't always intentional. In fact, most of the time, people have no idea they're doing it. But the more unconscious emotional baggage a person carries, the heavier they feel to be around. So, what's really happening here? This brings us to one of Jung's most fascinating ideas, the shadow self, the hidden part of our psyche that holds everything we suppress and deny about ourselves. And this is often the key to understanding why certain people drain your energy. Now that we understand how the shadow works and why some people drain our energy, the real question is, how do we protect ourselves without completely shutting people out? The answer lies in awareness and boundaries. The first step is recognizing when you're absorbing someone else's energy. Have you ever noticed how your mood shifts after certain conversations? Maybe you felt fine at the beginning, but by the end, you were anxious, insecure, or completely exhausted. This shift often happens because we unconsciously take on the emotions of those around us. The moment you start asking yourself, "Was I feeling this way before this conversation?" you begin to separate your emotions from theirs. Awareness alone is powerful. It stops you from automatically carrying someone else's emotional burden. Another essential practice is setting emotional boundaries. Just because someone is projecting their unresolved emotions onto you doesn't mean you have to accept them. Establishing boundaries doesn't mean being cold or distant. It means staying present while remaining emotionally detached. A useful technique is visualization. Imagine yourself surrounded by a protective barrier, something that filters out negativity, while still allowing you to engage in meaningful conversations. This isn't just a mental exercise. Over time, your subconscious learns to maintain a natural, energetic boundary. But perhaps the most powerful way to protect your energy is by integrating your own shadow. Jung believed that when we embrace the hidden parts of ourselves, the fears, insecurities, and emotions we try to suppress, we become less vulnerable to the projections of others. The more self-aware you are, the less others' unresolved emotions will affect you. A good way to start is by paying attention to what triggers you in other people. Often, the things that irritate or drain us the most are reflections of something unresolved within ourselves. Instead of resisting these emotions, try sitting with them. Ask yourself, what is this reaction trying to show me? When you integrate your own shadow, you naturally develop a stronger presence. You stop absorbing the emotional chaos of others because you are no longer avoiding any part of yourself. This is true energetic freedom, not isolation, but deep, conscious awareness of who you are. So, why do some people drain your energy while others uplift you? The answer lies in the hidden dynamics of the mind. Carl Jung showed us that we are not just affected by the emotions of those around us, we also absorb what they refuse to acknowledge in themselves. When someone hasn't integrated their shadow, they unconsciously project their unresolved emotions onto others, and if we're unaware of this, we take in that emotional weight as if it were our own. But the good news is, you don't have to be at the mercy of these draining interactions. When you start recognizing emotional shifts within yourself, you create a separation between your energy and theirs. When you establish boundaries, you protect yourself without shutting others out. And most importantly, when you integrate your own shadow, you become immune to projections, because nothing unprocessed within you can be used against you. This journey isn't about avoiding people. It's about becoming so grounded in yourself that no one else's unresolved emotions can shake you. The more self-aware you become, the lighter your energy feels, and the more you'll naturally attract people who lift you up instead of wearing you down. Now that you understand this, start paying attention to your interactions. Who energizes you? Who drains you? And most importantly, what does that say about the parts of yourself that still need to be integrated? Your energy is yours to protect. Choose wisely.